The city's got a million stories, and they all stink. Walk down this alleyway every day. This alley reeks of piss. My piss. These days, kids are getting all hopped up on a new dope they call flowers. Just makes them zombies. Coming to my office, there's a dame waiting for me. Now I keep an open door policy. That's mostly because my landlord kicked it in a few months back. She was just a caged bird singing a sad, sad song. Now through her whimper and tears and my own throbbing hangover, I started to piece together her puzzle. Her daughter had been missing. Her old man was rich, she said. I was very interested in the latter. She tossed me a couple of photos, address or to a place she might be. I asked her if she'd tread the morgue first. She told me she was serious, so I quit dicking around, and I took the case. You know, I've done a lot of things in my time. My hands ain't lily clean. Been a drunk. I've been a drunk husband. I've been a drunk father. I've been a drunk cop. Turns out they frown on you being a drunk cop. They asked me to turn in my badge and my gun, and by God, they only got one of them. Went on to the private sector. Started working for myself. Now I'm a drunk private eye. This kid kept bad company. Hung out with some real dope fiends. Lazing around in some real seedy parts of town. There were two addresses that kept popping up. One was a run-down motorbike chop shop. The other one was a real dive of a bar. Good thing I was thirsty. After a round of patty cake with the barkeep, he told me that girl had split. Said she wasn't welcome there on account of she'd been pushing daisies on all his customers for weeks. Better check out that chop shop. After he tried to stab me with his flathead, gave that knucklehead a half-knuckle sandwich. Kept the other half in reserve. Comes in handy in this biz. The guy turned to putty pretty quick. Started sniveling. Said she was stark raving mad, she was. So doped up on flowers she's never coming back down
went
to
to
earth.
California, and they was only about 3 days from being retired.
I hightailed it back to the office. Called the old broad. Told her we needed to talk. She told me to come to her. Too distressed to travel. Turns out her daughter had been using. Mama just wanted me to bring her in to cool her on ice for a little while and sober her up to keep the business booming. The old dame herself reeked of pollen. I knew I'd need to be careful before she snapped. Holy shit, she's got a gun! I've got to play this one cool and split. And I've seen killers. I know she ain't one. I'd better get to the bank and cash his check before it gets rubber legs. It's like I always say. There's a million stories in this city, and they all reek.